Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Young and the Restless Monday, February 3rd recap. Holden pretends to be Damien. Victor plots Kyle and Claire's breakup. The Young and the Restless YNR spoilers recap for Monday, February 3rd, reveals that Audra Charles Zulika Silver will bring a vanilla latte with oat milk for Nate Hastings Sean Dominic along with an extra for Damien since he might like what his half-brother likes. However, the man claiming to be Damien will reject the drink when he shows up since he prefers tea. Once Audra meets Damien and leaves, Nate will admit he had ulterior motives for reaching out and that there's no job offer. Although Nate will explain that Amy Lewis Valerie Pettiford wants to see him and will stress the urgency, Damien will complain about this waste of time and walk out. Afterward, it'll be revealed that Damien is actually a guy named Holden Nathan Owens, who's been posing as Damien instead. Once Holden updates the real Damien on his interaction with Nate and his request for Amy, Damien will insist a meeting with his mother isn't happening. Holden will mention that these people even seem to know his coffee order, so Damien will seem uneasy. After Damien decides they need to know more about what kind of game this is, he'll push Holden to keep pretending to be him. At Crimson Lights, Audra will let her walls down with Amy about her family issues and get a pep talk. After Nate arrives, he'll admit the meeting didn't go well and that Damien refused to see Amy. Once Nate worries he won't get another chance to speak with Damien, he'll hint that it feels like they're missing something big. At the Newman Ranch, Victor Newman Eric Braden will come home from the hospital and grumble about his family making a fuss over him. Nikki Newman Melody Thomas Scott, Nick Newman Joshua Morrow, Victoria Newman Amelia Heinel and Adam Newman Mark Grossman will all be glad Victor is okay. After Kyle Abbott Michael Mealer tells Jack about all the Jordan Colleen Zenk and Ian Ward Ray Wise drama, Jack will rush over and check on the family. Victor will think Jack really came for Nikki and will end up bickering with him. Jack will eventually realize he should leave, but Victor will warn him to keep Kyle away from Claire Newman Haley Aaron before he goes. Next on Monday's YNR episode, Victoria will question why Victor has such a problem with Kyle and Claire's relationship. Nikki will complain as well, but Victor will offer a reminder about his animosity toward Jack and the Abbotts. By the time Victor's through with Claire, he'll plan to make her feel the same way as him. Meanwhile, Diane Jenkins Abbott Susan Walters will talk to Kyle about all the Jordan and Ian chaos as well. After Diane senses that Kyle and Claire have gotten quite close, she'll make a prediction about Victor trying to tear them apart. Kyle will invite Victor to try since he'll think his relationship with Claire is solid. However, Jack will later relay concerns to Diane about Victor's warning and the trouble he could cause. That said, Jack will make it clear that he won't stand for Victor taking anything else away from Kyle. At Society, Daniel Romalotti Jr. Michael Grazia Day will tell Summer Newman Allison Lanier and Phyllis Summers Michelle Stafford that Sharon Newman Sharon case has been completely exonerated. Phyllis will fly into a rage, but Daniel will explain that Ian confessed before he died. Although Phyllis will assume it's a ploy and will still think Sharon should pay for the frame-up, she'll agree to let it go in the end. Afterward, Billy Abbott Jason Thompson will make a pitch to Daniel and Phyllis about the new media empire he's creating, which is being funded by Jack. A skeptical Daniel will have plenty of questions, but Phyllis will be more enthusiastic about teaming up with Billy. Once Daniel says they'll talk it over and get back to Billy on this, he'll warn Phyllis that all Billy's involvement seemingly dooms all his ventures. Daniel will worry that everything Billy does is destined to fail. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will hold out hope that Phyllis and Daniel will officially join his project, so stay tuned to see if he'll get good news. In the bustling heart of Genoa City, Monday, February 3, 2025, unfolded with a tapestry of deception, ambition, and fractured alliances. The day began with Holden, a man shrouded in mystery, stepping into the role of Damien, Nate Hastings' newly discovered half-brother. His arrival was not merely a familial reunion but a calculated move, as whispers hinted at Holden's true identity being an imposter, possibly intertwined with Audra's enigmatic past. Holden's portrayal of Damien was meticulous. He seamlessly integrated himself into the Winters family, sharing anecdotes of a fabricated past and expressing a desire to connect with his newfound relatives. Lily Winters found herself drawn to him, captivated by his charm and the allure of a fresh start. However, Nate remained cautious, his instincts alerting him to inconsistencies in Holden's stories. The tension between the brothers was palpable, setting the stage for potential confrontations. Meanwhile, Victor Newman, ever the patriarchal strategist, observed the budding relationship between his granddaughter, Claire Newman, and Kyle Abbott. Concerned about the potential implications for the Newman legacy and wary of the Abbott family's influence, Victor devised a plan to dismantle their union. He enlisted the help of Summer Newman, Kyle's ex-wife, appealing to her lingering feelings and sense of family loyalty. Victor's manipulation aimed to reignite Summer's desire for Kyle, thereby creating a rift between him and Claire. Summer, channeling her mother Phyllis's cunning nature, began orchestrating scenarios to undermine Kyle and Claire's relationship. She subtly planted seeds of doubt in Claire's mind, suggesting that Kyle still harbored feelings for her. Simultaneously, she positioned herself as a confidant to Kyle, reminding him of their shared history and the family they once were. The emotional turmoil began to take its toll, as trust eroded and old feelings resurfaced. Across town, Phyllis Summers found herself ensnared in a web of deceit spun by Jordan and Ian Ward. The nefarious duo had orchestrated Sharon Newman's kidnapping, leaving behind a trail of evidence pointing directly to Phyllis. Her previous public threats against Sharon only served to strengthen the case against her. As the police closed in, Phyllis's world unraveled, her relationships with her children, Daniel and Summer, strained under the weight of the accusations. In the midst of these personal vendettas, the broader power struggle between the Newmans and the Abbotts intensified. Victor and Jack Abbott's long-standing rivalry was reignited, with each patriarch seeking to outmaneuver the other. Their feud cast a shadow over Kyle and Claire's relationship, as familial loyalties were tested and alliances shifted. As the day drew to a close, Genoa City was left in a state of uncertainty. Holden's true intentions remained obscured, Victor's machinations threatened to upend lives, and the intricate dance of love, loyalty, and betrayal continued unabated. The residents braced themselves for the fallout, aware that in their world, the line between ally and adversary was perpetually blurred. In this intricate web of deception and ambition, the characters of Genoa City navigated their intertwined fates, each decision echoing with consequences that would reverberate through their lives in the days to come.